Hi, everybody. I'm glad to see you guys here today. I decided to call my little presentation, Wow, I Had No Idea. One, wow, I had no idea when I bought a broken down film mini lab in the year 2000 and had to try to figure out what to do with a business that used to make a lot of money printing film. So that's my wow, I had no idea. But what I'd love to talk to you guys about today and what I'm most excited about is all the different kinds of things that today we can put our photos on. There's so many surfaces and substrates that people have no clue about. And when I bought this little retail store and tried to evolve my business, I wanted to look for things that would be beautiful, that would be new ways to curate your photos, new surfaces, new ideas, new things to put your pictures on, and try to communicate that to people such as yourselves in terms of an opportunity for home decor, both for your businesses and for your, obviously, your home. We take so many photos today, and so many times we do nothing with them. And I'm just here to show you and tell you about the kinds of things that we can do. A little quick background on me. Let's see. Hello, team. Is this working? Am I not doing something right? Well, let's see. I have a few slides here. Is there anybody back? Oh, there we go. Okay, this is a quick picture of me just to tell you who I am, and the font has changed. That's interesting since I gave up my presentation, but I'm PMA president, and PMA is the association of that kind of is the umbrella organization for the photo industry. And just as a little background, for 93 years, they never had a woman president until they elected me. So I brought some new ideas and some new things to our industry and to, hopefully, to my public and to the consumer today. I'm also a mom and a grandmother, and I take a lot of photos. So I brought some examples about some physical examples here to show you. And also, we created a space called the How It's Made Lounge and Marketplace that would be fun, I think, for you guys to stop into, which is just a sampling of what's available today in the consumer marketplace to be able to buy and produce your products on. And my goal for being part of this wonderful event was to bring together some of the manufacturers to show off the kinds of things that you guys can do and show it to you in a living room space. So we created some beautiful living spaces, put a bunch of products up so that you could kind of see them, feel them, touch them. And I'm over there. I'm happy to answer your questions. I brought some neat new surfaces, but how many of you guys knew, and this is kind of weird that spells wood, how many of you knew that you could print on wood, on metal, on glass, on acrylic, which doesn't look like acrylic, and on fabric, on tile, on almost any substrate that there is today, we can make prints on those kinds of things through a variety of processes. A couple of years ago, I fell in love with metal, and I brought it into my company, and I did some unique things with metal, but I love, love, love it as a surface that you can print on. And you know, in the old days when you would buy a mug or a mouse pad, the process is called sublimation. Well, today, we do the same process to create this beautiful metal print. So your image is printed on with special inks on a large inkjet printer with sublimation inks. That piece of paper is actually adhered to the surface of the metal. It's taped onto the piece of metal. And via 400 degrees in about 2 minutes, you get this. So it's pretty cool. I know metal is out there, and a lot of people have seen it, but there's probably 5 different finishes in metal that you may not know about. We've got some samples on display in our lounge and marketplace. This is fabulous. This is called white gloss, and it takes that image that you have, and it's more saturated, it's more vibrant. But if you didn't know that this was printed on metal, you might just think it's the most beautiful glossy print you've ever seen. So in my company, we started to stack these things. And I went to a steel manufacturing plant. I put on a hard hat. I had them take down some pallets of galvanized steel. And now we use steel behind this piece of metal to float a piece of metal on, and I'll show you some examples of it, to give it even a more dimensional, really neat and unique effect. Did the same thing with acrylic. So we take some beautiful frosted acrylic and float our metal on that, and people just say, wow, it's pretty cool. Another surface that's brand new is direct printing to wood. And this is a beautiful wood print that I just took off the wall from our area over there. But what's kind of neat about this is the grain of the wood shows through. So when you're choosing your image to put on a surface, it's good to know what might happen. And in this case, if you're okay with the grain coming through, then this is a really neat kind of a finish that it looks great in any home or office. Another really new, so metal's cool, and we sell a lot of metal. I think the next big thing is going to be acrylic, and we've got acrylic on display at the booth, but acrylic is beautiful for homes, beautiful for offices. It's shiny. People are attracted to wonderful, shiny things. It's really great. And so from acrylic, there's also the ability to print on glass now. So this is a glass print that's just in a frame, and then it has some ink printed. This is also printed over the top of it. So, you might have an image that you'd want to put the date on, or you wanted to put some information. If it was a grandchild's photo, you might want to put their birth date or whatever. There's all these capabilities now of new, unique, I had no idea, surfaces. And there's a lot of retailers that are starting to believe in this. And what I say to you is, you take pictures for a reason. We're all taking so many pictures. Obviously, we love to capture that memory of that moment. But to me, it's most important to do something with your photos and give them some tangible life. So I'm going to show you a quick little video of some people that have done some things with their photos. And then I think my time is up. So let's watch this little video. And I'm here for questions and happy to talk to you at any time. That's a piece of galvanized steel and 3 pieces of metal over the top. Kind of a metal collage there. That's a background that has a print to it and a photo over the top. This girl used this for her sign-in board at her wedding. Some companies are offering metal covers and acrylic covers for photo books, and that was a journal. Awards. Of course, we still sell canvas. People love canvas, and I shouldn't have forgotten to mention that it's a beautiful surface, too. And we think old photos, take on a neat life as well on some of these different new surfaces. This one's an iPhone photo. Just some restorations. This got mixed into my video. What I'm trying to show is that we believe in the tangible, and I would just encourage you to find something that you love in terms of a new medium and go crazy. These guys were pretty great, so I had to close my show with them. Anyways, I'm happy to talk and answer any questions about the surface, about how your photos would reproduce on any of these different mediums, and come by and visit us at the Creative Lounge and Marketplace and enjoy this show. It's really fantastic. Thanks for having me.